it's just going to be a short, maybe 1 hour, maybe a little bit longer stream. And we are just going to get back to doing what we know we need to, even though we really may not be the biggest fans of doing it. And that's, now it's a Forge mod pack, and that took a while. In case anyone was wondering, it was a Nightfall craft by I don't remember the mod pack creator, but it's called Nightfall Craft, and it may be on the docket for future adventures. Ooh, okay, what is going on? That was a lot of FPS stuttering. 42, 60, 58. Hmm. Oh. Oh, the machine broke down. Oh no. Hmm. Well, that worked. Okay. Although maybe I should just like run through this thing, grab all of this, and then... Oh, I'm already out of room. Okay. No, no, brilliant. Exactly what we needed. Can I glitch my way out the back? Nope, apparently glass doesn't help with glitching through blocks at all. Okay. Well, whatevs. At least the farm's running, and it's making us a bunch of chests in the background. Hello. Welcome back, Devin. Not a lot going on at the moment, but we should definitely get back to the big ongoing project. God help me. God help me, this storage system's gonna be a pain in my ass to build. I'm just I'm on the verge of tears already thinking about it. Okay. Pickaxes, nothing needs to be repaired. This, we need to dump everything out. Okay. And... no worries, no worries. I've been busy with work too. But I have been streaming a little bit in the background, and if you need a quick recap on what's happened in the background, I've just kind of oh, you know, I've survived another like month of month and a little bit of hardcore. It's been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm still here. And the world's still here. And we've made it look a little nicer, but we do still have a shitload of work to do on our storage project. So I think, given the research that I've done, the best thing I could possibly do would be to continue with the storage project as is, and then eventually, at some later point, we will have a segment of the storage project where there are things that cannot be sorted by conventional means, such as swords, axes, any tool, I think most buckets, and then in that section we will incorporate copper golems. And what I'm gonna do when I do incorporate the copper golems is I'm just gonna name a bunch of the copper golems after my friends. So, well, I'm gonna name them Clanker followed by the name of my friend. So, for example, I'll probably name my... Oh, cool. Anyways, yeah, I was gonna name like my the first copper golem. I'd name it like Clanker Elfie, and then after that I name it like Clanker Caleb, Oh, well, actually, no. I have known Caleb the longest out of all the friends that I routinely stream with. Okay, so like Clanker Caleb, then Clanker Sam, Clanker Ruben, Clanker Abdullah. Oh no, Skep. Oh, Clanker Cause would actually be pretty funny. But yeah, I've got plans. But before any of those plans can come to fruition, though, I'm going to need to take this whole big fuck ass area and bring it down by about 2 blocks. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna need to bring it down by about 3, because this place is a bit of a clusterfuck, a little bit of a flustercock, if you will. But yeah, first cleared this place out. Second, I think what we're gonna do, palette wise, is and people who are big fans of like me actively streaming and not doing AFKing are going to hate this. But I'm thinking of using black concrete. Now, given my own rules about what I'm allowed to dupe, which is sand only, what that means is that I'm going to have to build a squid farm. The squid farm is going to have to be up and running. It's going to have to be producing quite a little bit. And then we're going to have to go... Oh yeah, I love building with black concrete. So we actually have some of the materials. Well, assuming it's black concrete is the predominant one, and then another one that we will make good use of is black stone. Now, those unfortunately are materials that will take quite a bit of AFK time for us to produce. So what I may need to do is at some point we are going to just have an episode where we have all of the AFK farms done. We have a squid farm, we have a sand farm, because my code is, if a material is sustainable, you cannot dupe to get it. So for example, gravel is sustainable via piglin trading, so I will not allow myself to dupe even a single block of gravel. Concrete is sustainable provided you have sustainable sand. So if I want concrete, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to, every block of concrete, or every 8 blocks of concrete is 4 blocks of sand. I can only dupe the sand, because sand is something that is not sustainable, unless you count the fact that a wandering trader will give you, has a 4.8% chance to, or has a like 20% chance to give you sand every 4.8 hours, and that's only about 8 sand, by the way. So, in light of that, okay, I am not allowing myself to dupe anvils because you can farm iron. I'm not allowing myself to dupe gravel or any of the colored concretes, but I will allow myself the sole exception of sand, because if I don't want to dupe sand, what I'm doing is destroying the natural beauty of like multiple biomes every single time I need a little bit of black concrete for a mega project. When I say a little bit of concrete, I mean like just under 100,000 blocks. Anything under 100,000 blocks is a little bit of concrete. So honestly, my storage, all the progress I've done for the storage system is kind of a small project in the grand scheme of Minecraft like long-term hardcore projects, because wait. Yeah, we've only mined about 2,000 stone since we started doing this like a few days ago. Yeah, only 2,000. Wow. Hard to believe, but true. And also, because we don't know what we don't know what the future has in store for us, I'm just saving a bunch of this. I'm saving a bunch of the stone because we're going to need a lot of stone for repeaters and comparators. And I am also going to be saving a bunch of the whatchamacallits. I know the word for this. I'm also going to be saving a bunch of the cobblestone, because dispensers and droppers are a thing that I used in storage systems. So, yeah, worst comes to worst, I just save more than I need, and then whatever I don't need I can either dump or find a use for later. Also, unironically, right, this may make me sound insane. Dispensers are a block you can build with. Like, you look at the side profile. I know. People in the background are like, what did he just say? What did he just say? He could have said a slur instead. But no, I unironically think dispensers are like an okay material to build with. It's like a very rich, properly lined cobblestone. And if you hate that, Well, I would like to point out the fact that people hated Jesus too. And while I'm not saying that I'm better than Jesus, I'm saying, you know, we both kind of have a point. You know, low key. It's just if you don't agree with me that dispensers can be used in building, you must be a Satanist. You must not like Jesus. Ah, take that. Gotcha. But no, I genuinely I have built with dispensers before. It's just unfortunate that I don't have a copy of the world running for me to show you. This is also the world where I, like an idiot, went and destroyed all 14 million blocks of spawn. And the reason was I wanted to put a bunch of farms in the spawn chunks. The bad news is that getting everything ready took me like many months. So 144. Let's take the pickaxe below 100. We'll stop when the pickaxe is begging for mercy. Giggity. 111. I'm very careful about not destroying my netherite pickaxes, because we can... Okay, a diamond pickaxe is pretty easy for us to get now. Okay, we can pretty easily farm them. Netherite pickaxes are a whole different beast. Oh, okay. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. Okay. 75 durability left, got it. Okay. Now I, just so that I don't switch onto it and start using it by accident, am going to take this pickaxe and I'm going to leave it safely in a chest. And hopefully we can get most of this done by today. You know what? Let me take Perfect Silky 3. Let me take Perfect Silky 2. Or almost Perfect Silky. And we are going to get back on this. So we're storing a bunch of this in the form of stone. Okay. And then once I hit the end of that corridor, what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to turn until I hit the other end of the corridor. And we're going to see the type of space we have to work with. Also, maybe, here's a fun thought. I don't need to make all of the storage rooms the same color. I could make them like, I don't know. What is the number 4 significant? Well, okay, number 4 is pretty big in Eastern mythology. And if you're doing Eastern mythology, you could do azure/blue. Then you could combine that with crimson, red. Then you do black and white. And you would have the colors of the 4 heavenly beasts within Chinese mythology, which is to say, the black tiger of the... Sorry, the black turtle of the east, I think. I don't remember the directions, but there's a black tiger. Sorry, there's a black turtle, there's a white tiger, there's a red phoenix, and there's an azure dragon. And those are the 4 mythical beasts in Chinese mythology. And if you're a fan of like alchemy, or the concept of alchemy from like ancient Greece, there's red, white, black, and yellow, or the states, or the chemical states of alchemy that will lead to the creation of a philosopher's stone, which are known as albedo, white, rubedo, red, nigredo, black, and citrinitas, which is yellow. So yeah, I could do red, white, black, and yellow. That could be a pretty cool design. If I was doing 7 things, I could do the colors of the rainbow. Or I could do the 7 Ajas from Wheel of Time. But I'm only doing 4 colors, which is a... If I was a bigger fan of Caro Caro Bonito, I could do red, white, green, or blue. It's I could do red, white, green, or blue actually. Show off your natural hue, flamingo. Oh. But no, I could also have the storage system looking all like super futuristic. I could have it looking Oh. One thing I could do is I could have... No. I was gonna say, I could have 4 different aesthetic designs within the same storage system. Then I stopped. I thought about it and I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea. Because it sounds like a... It sounds like, well, it sounds like indecision, first of all. Second of all, it sounds like, what was I saying? It sounds like a... How do I explain it? Oh, right, it's very, it's very anachronistic. They don't match. I think anachroma is the correct word, but it's like, it will look out of place if I had like one super futuristic like science fiction laboratory section, and then directly next to it I had a steampunk section, and then next to it I had a castle section. It would look super anachronistic, and people would look at it and be like, that's I don't fuck with this build. I don't fuck with this build, and I don't fuck with any of the build styles. I don't know. It's hard. And it's gonna be harder coming to like a definitive answer. In the meantime, we could just do black as a placeholder. I could... Oh, actually, hold on. If I made the whole room black and then I gave it like a void floor underneath, that would be... Ooh, 1/2 void floor, 1/2 galaxy floor. That would be cool. Actually, you know what? People don't use void floors enough in their builds. Like, unironically. Void floors, galaxy floors... Not used enough. You know what I need? I need to trade for a bunch more pickaxes. And then with the additional pickaxes, what I need to do is I need to just make like a shulker box full of Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, whatever enchant pickaxes. Because this is starting to become grating. Gee, how many more pickaxes do I have? I have most of one, and then I've got another. Okay. Oh, whoops. Well, I guess that's one less block of wall I need to worry about. I'm just gonna be here quietly mining. Cause you know, even an elite god tier yapper like me might be a little bit hard pressed to keep speaking for. As long as this project is going to take... Whoa, keep that on me. No. No, there's audio, I'm just not speaking. Hello, Ronin. Yeah, I definitely need more pickaxes at my disposal. Oh shit, and I forgot to turn on replay mod. God damn it. Ah. Wait, you couldn't hear the game? Might just be because I have my master volume a little low. Hmm. Yeah, I turned it down to go piglin farming, and then I must have forgot to turn it back up. But yeah, not a lot of engaging commentary I can give at the moment. It's just that for season 13 I've decided I'm gonna stream everything, even the boring bits, just in case I die at some impromptu time. Not impromptu, inopportune. Yeah. Hold on. Where's the items? I'm guessing, oh, okay, I'm guessing it's counted under blocks. Yeah. Maximum ASMR ear pop satisfaction. Alone. That's the whole point of Hollowhardcore. Nobody's here to help me. Nobody can hear me scream. Damn, my pickaxes are getting a bit low. I have one more, but this one doesn't have unbreaking, so it's gonna go pretty quickly. I'll tell you what, once all of our pickaxes need repair, I'll go up to the masons, we'll trade away like a batch of our stone, because we probably have a bunch left. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, I guess, yeah, my encoder settings aren't super good. It's weird, I don't think Streamlabs was as good as OBS, but at the same time, Streamlabs has things that OBS doesn't, like the automated chat services and the chatbots. But yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to make a tool repair break. Let me just finish this row. We pick up all the stone we can. And then I'm just gonna burn a bunch of stone, convert it to emeralds, and see if that will let us get a bunch of tool repairs done. And potentially let us buy the next batch of like just a couple more pickaxes. Cause I'm level 42 and yeah. Oh, okay. I could probably switch it to higher encoder settings, but that would come with way more lag. I'm using the fabric mod, but it's aside from the fabric mod to get replays, it's unmodded. Yeah, fabric mod loader, 1.12.10, and no other mods. Still, the replay mod does its bit. I mean, it's pretty handy to have. Okay, get emeralds, take the emeralds, trade them for new pickaxes. Yeah, I upload YouTube. I upload all my VODs to YouTube, actually. Although I'm less diligent about uploading, like, long-form YT content. Actually, You know what? Golden opportunity right here to repair my pickaxes. Okay, let's start with this. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like properly made YouTube videos, but holy fuck, Lightworks is a pain in the ass to use. Hello, Relish Street. Uh, thank you? Yeah, I don't do that with strangers. Sorry. Or at least if I do, I won't do it while I'm streaming. I'm a little bit busy. Nothing they'll take in trade. Okay. Guess that's as good as it'll get for now. And then I am gonna go purchase another couple of upgrades. So pickaxes, fortune pick goes here. This goes here. Actually, wait a sec. I could be holding it while I make a couple trades here. Ooh. I want to say the better part of a decade since since I started playing in, what was it, 1. Okay, when I started playing Minecraft, it was 1.4.7, and and like the first few days I played, it was 1.4.7, and then it switched to 1.5.1. So yeah, I'm old. I'm an old head. I've been playing the game longer than hoppers have been in the game, which is insane to me. Every time I like give that as a point of reference, I'm like, wow, I'm old. Unk status. Okay. Let's see if we can get a... I just want like 2 efficiency 4s, maybe? Like a couple of efficiency 4. Yeah. Ages ago. Zonks. Okay. I get the XP. Thank you. Okay, very good. Silk Touch efficiency 4 on breaking 3. Flat on breaking 3. Silk Touch on breaking 3. You know what? I'm only gonna re-roll this one. Because this could actually be combined. You know what? I could combine the 2 of them to make a pretty decent pickaxe. Ooh. Silk Touch efficiency 4. Man, we're getting a lot of Silk Touch today. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? This is worth keeping. So is this. So is this. They're all worth keeping because they have 2 enchantments in their final stage. So I'm just gonna go grab like another 3 pickaxes if he's willing to sell. I love how this guy basically provides us with a big pickaxe manufactory. We can just... Nah, nah, nah. Huh. Damn. I just use the enchanting table because, I mean, I have the levels. I will invariably come across the levels. So, might as well do something with them, right? Okay, this is a flat unbreaking. No, okay, but if it was efficiency 5, I'll tell you what. I'll combine these two and then make this a god pick. And I'll put these here. Yeah. And I'm gonna call it Perfect Silky number 2. Perfect Silky number 2, and we have number 3. Okay. Hella. So we are actually doing pretty good in the pickaxe department. I should, like, this is something that'll carry over. It's kind of like a transferable skill, which means that in future, every time I have a mega project to deal with, even if it's like a really annoying one, like, I don't know, fuck it, for some reason, let's say I decide to mine out a whole ocean monument. Yeah. Amen. Let's put the sponges in my gear chest. But yeah, if in the future we decide to like mine out like an ocean monument perimeter and have it go to bedrock, which come to think of it, we may end up doing ocean monuments pretty soon, because if I'm clearing out an ocean monument to get all of the stuff that Guardians drop, I may as well take advantage of the cleared perimeter to go do some squid farming, which will probably be the source of all of our black dye. And God knows we're gonna need a lot of black dye, because as mentioned before, the only thing we are allowing ourselves to dupe is sand, because gravel, you can get an infinite amount of it. All of the concretes, you can get an infinite amount of them. The only limiting factor is sand, which is something that there's no way to get more of short of using a gravity block duper, or destroying the natural beauty of many, many biomes. So what we have opted to do is we're allowing a duping clause, but we can't use the duping clause on anything that is otherwise infinitely sustainable or infinitely renewable. So here's an example, right? I will allow myself to dupe sand because there is not an infinite amount of it in the Minecraft world. I will not allow myself to dupe, let's say I won't allow myself to dupe gravel, because you can get gravel from piglin trading. I won't allow myself to dupe anvils because you can get anvils from an iron farm. So on and so forth. Which, the way I see it, is a pretty honorable thing. The only exception is, there's only supposed to be one ender dragon egg in the world, right? But, oh, yeah, I was gonna say, right as I brought that up, I was gonna say, it's not infinitely sustainable, and there's only one in the world, so maybe I will dupe the dragon egg, but I'm not really sure what I'd use it for. Maybe as a lamp, right? Like, I use the dragon egg as like the base of a lamp. Can you imagine how angry the dragon would be to find out we're using her kid as a lamp? Yeah, that would be much less funny. That would be very unfunny to her. But yeah, provided we, if ever we decide to use, okay, fuck it, let's say we decide one day that we're going to use Dragon X to clear out an ocean monument, like to fill out the whole thing. Sure, maybe we'll dupe more Dragon Eggs. It would be really funny. It would be really funny, but that means that if I don't dupe the Dragon Egg, I'm only going to have one lamp in, only going to have one very fancy lamp in my world. Which would also be very comedic, I'm not going to lie. The comedic value for that might be like off the charts. Wait, whoops. Okay. But yeah. Honestly, what else can we dupe? Falling dripstone, you can sustainably farm that. All of the concrete powders you can farm if you have a sand farm. Yeah. It might be fun to put like, ooh, here's a thought. I could dupe a bunch, and I could keep the original, and I could put the original in a museum. But hmm. But yeah, I can't name any of the other gravity blocks. How many gravity blocks are in Minecraft? I feel like it's only I feel like it's only sand, gravel, the concretes, the dragon egg anvils, and I can't name much else. Genuinely. Can't name too many other things. I think that might be all of them, though. One thing I wish Mojang would add is a gravity block that emits light. So that you can, like, put it down while you're, like, digging out a large area. And then every time you dig out the block below it, it will fall to a lower level. And also, if you want to, like, throw it into a cave. They could just call it, like, shining sand, and you could make it by crafting, like, glowstone dust with sand. It'll be perfect for, like, cave exploration, because if you're in a high place and you can't see the bottom, and you don't have, like, night vision pots, you just drop one in. Scaffolding! Thank you! Scaffolding is a gravity block, but it is also a gravity block that is infinitely renewable. So I don't think I will put it on the duping list. You know what, yeah. Not duping scaffolding. I am gonna go take a nap, though, because your boy does not like phantoms. Even when I don't even like it when I walk out from underground and I get jumped by like 50 of the little fuckers. 50 of the little flying twats. Little bastard skyfish dickheads. God, I'm not a yeah, I can't think of anything else either. But God, I'm not a fan of shulkers. Matter of fact, I'm about the biggest shulker hater. Sorry, not shulker. Yeah, but this is hardcore. I don't want to modify any of the base game rules. Way better that way. Then you don't have people being like, oh, but it's not real hardcore. Why don't you just fuck it? Why don't you just turn off every hostile mob? God help me, I have no idea where I put my golden carrots. They're not in any of the chests downstairs. Fuck it. Maybe I left some in my house. I always do this. I always like sort out my inventory very poorly, and then I'm surprised when my poorly sorted inventory is a problem that comes back to bite me. Oh, you know what? That is true. I could craft a mob switch, and that would definitely help with the problem. You know what, Loki, you're right. Ooh, actually, come to think of it, you know what? It would be. Part of me is like, yeah, it kind of defeats the spirit of hardcore. But the other part of me is like, no, it's a valid mechanic. I could totally design a mob switch. Matter of fact, I'm sitting on enough villagers. Well, they wouldn't be villagers when I got them to proc the mob switch. But hey, it'd count. I hope it would count. And yeah, honestly, it would be so much cooler if I just had a mob switch I could turn on and off. Like, when I need to farm a specific thing, just boom, farm it. A lot of my farms that currently exist would break, so like the Wither Skeleton farm, the Gold farm, the Hostile Mob farm, a lot of the farms would break, but that just means I'd need to... Well, that just means I'd need to make it a toggleable... Yeah, I just need a few chunks and a villager breeder. That or a bunch of shulkers, but I think, well, Actually, I do kind of want a shulker farm. Yeah, I definitely want a shulker farm. But that's neither here nor there. Hmm. Interesting to think about, definitely. Definitely interesting to think about. Okay. It looks like my area is nice and cleared out. So, first thing we gotta do, we gotta get started on this annoying ass layout. So, do I want to put the black concrete walls in first or not? If I do, then what I need to do is I need to go to the nether, I need to go to my piglin bartering station, and we need to get us a shitload of gravel. Because how many blocks have I mined out volumetrically? We were at 75,000 like midway through the project. Uh, hmm. And come to think of it, this doesn't feel high enough. Like, honestly, I could see this thing being brought down like 2 blocks lower. Oh. Uh, Not at the moment. Although I have kind of been looking for an SMP of like a large group of people to join. Like, if you are thinking of starting an SMP, I would definitely be down. Although I may not be super fuck. I may not be super fuck. I may not be super active because on top of this, I'm also a university student who's working a job. And if you consider the fact that I'm now earning money off Twitch, it's at like a couple of cents an hour, but still earning money. 2 jobs. But yeah, I would. I'd be down for like a group. But yeah, if you're down, just let me know. I will. I'll try and clear up my schedule. Although let's think about it. We don't need to do that many items at the start, right? We just need like a. Okay, I'll make like a stack of redstone comparators. That's That's a pretty small amount considering, just how big the system is going to be. I'll make a stack of redstone comparators. I also need a stack of fuck. I need quartz. My ass is going back to the mob farm. What I should have done is I should have been quietly like stockpiling gold. Like in the background, I just do AFK sessions, stockpile as much gold as I can. Well, no, I do want to record every moment of content. So, I guess this was the right idea. Yeah, I need a stack of fuck. Sometimes one isn't enough, Sometimes you need more. So, I'm gonna go to my bartering station, which kind of broke last episode. Well, no, it kind of broke 2 episodes ago, but we have fixed it up so that it now kind of does what I want, which is to say that it does not give us items at such a tremendous rate that it'll cause the items to despawn. Yeah, so many farms in my world would get broken by a mob switch. First off, my magma farm would get broken. Second off, my witch farm, which is over there, would be broken. Third off, I think a mob switch would break my piglin farm. And fourth off, I'm not going to show you because it would take 5 minutes of flight, but I think our 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 fuck, there's a word I'm looking for, and on my soul, the word's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, our wither skeleton farm would be broken. Yeah, woods aren't so hard. Okay. That's quite a bit of nether quartz, actually. It should be enough for most of what we want to get done today, considering the fact that we don't need that many observers. It's mainly just... Okay, also gravel. Should I bring it back preemptively, or should I just leave the gravel here? You know what? We'll just leave the gravel here. All of the other stuff... Oh boy. Oh right, I killed one of them. That's why there's a carved pumpkin in here. You know what? Fair point. Fair point. Yes, actually. My Discord should be the one that is linked in my... the Discord should be the one that's linked in my profile. And if I just go to... Let me just... Okay, it should just be hollowheart_YT. And it should be the one that is linked in my Twitch profile. So yeah. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, part of me is like, fuck it, let's just see how much gold we have at the gold farm. And if we have enough, we can just take a bunch of the gold, stuff it into the bartering station, and take advantage of this golden opportunity. Fuck, I'm not gonna get high enough. Of this golden opportunity to get a little bit more... Ah! But yeah. Oh! Oh wow. Oh wow. I guess spending some time here AFK really did pay off. Okay, and the gold farm's basically cleared itself out. Now it's just sorting through all of this before it starts dumping items. Well, well, well. Let me just dump all of the gold nuggies out. And then we're gonna turn... Well, actually, shit. Okay, part of me is like, yeah, let's turn them all into golden ingots. But the other part of me is like, there's a limit to how effective the bartering farm is, and they produce items faster than a hopper and hopper minecart combination can handle them. So what it would make sense for me to do is give them an amount that will not cause them to get like an overflow. So, for example, let's say I gave them like if I gave them 10 stacks of gold, that would be way too much. Oh hey, my food's in. Oh my god, my food was in there. That would be way too much. But what wouldn't be too much would be if I gave them, oh, I don't know, 4 stacks of gold. I'm just spitballing numbers. So if I give them a lower amount of gold, they should not reach the point where they're causing the farm to break. But at the same time, I could be entirely wrong. That's one of my favorite sentences in the English language, by the way. I could be entirely wrong. It shrugs all of the guilt off of my shoulders. It's like you give someone advice, and then you're like, you know what? Honestly, I think your girlfriend's like emotionally abusive, and you should dump her. But then again, you see a facet of her that I don't. Maybe you're right. I could be entirely wrong. You just hit him with the I could be entirely wrong, and boom, it's like you're instantly absolved of like all of your guilt in the decision-making process. And it's so glorious. It's like, I don't know, you do you, man. Oh, so glorious. Okay, so I'm gonna be trading like 1, 2. You know what? Let me give them like 3 stacks of gold. Everything else we convert into a gold block, and you know what? Yeah, let's store the gold blocks at home with us instead of here at the farm. That way, if it taxes any storage system, it will be taxing our home storage system, where we are ready and available to fix it, instead of our far afield storage system. And come to think of it, low-key, I should just add more piglins to the system so that the amount of trades increases by a little bit. And like, because we're already at a point where we shouldn't really be worried. Well, we kind of need to worry about the rate at which item pickup happens, but ooh, uh, Ronin, There is auto crafting in base Minecraft. It's called a crafter. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not taking the piss. It's called a crafter and it auto crafts for you. I was just doing that because it was faster than stocking up a crafter. I know some people like don't pay attention to the update notes, but Ronin, you're gonna love, if you haven't seen the crafter, you are gonna love it. Okay, let me just wait for them to start doing that stuff. I just realized this might be sarcasm, but okay, hold on. In case it isn't, and I have the privilege of being the one to show this to you, it's so beautiful. Okay, so this is a crafter. You feed blocks into it. You pretend that this chest is filled up, and that this chest has also resulted in this hopper being filled up completely, right? And then it gets, assuming stuff gets piped into the crafter, you get things that go into the crafter. And then, when they go in, it becomes an ingot, it gets crafted, put into a chest above it, put into the hopper, and then pulled into a system below that one. So, you can just have all of these things automatically crafted for you, courtesy of this lovely block known as the crafter. And then, if you want to do 81 times compression, once you have all of your nuggies that have been processed, you take the ingies out of the chest, you connect them to a second crafter, or a second crafter that is tied to the condition that this overflows, and then you can start automatically crafting gold blocks. Isn't that shit insane? I fuck with it so heavy. Oh, it's quite a new addition to the game. I think it was added in like 120. But yeah, they've added them to the vanilla game. This is vanilla hardcore, well, except for the replay mod. But yeah. Aside from the replay mod, this is completely vanilla. Okay. Yeah, as if you can tell, they've already reached the point where the items that they are producing exceeds the hopper's rate, exceeds the rate at which the hopper can suck items out through the bottom. So there's a hopper minecart lodged in that block, but oh no, never mind. So yeah, this lovely little machine, it just prints quartz and gravel and dried gas and glowing arrows for me, and then if you go to the back, you can see what item exactly is being filled up. So the quartz goes up. Sometimes you get to see an item going up as the as the thing's going. So yeah. Oh, they've done so many good things with the update. There's one thing I'm waiting for the next update. It's spears. Spears are going to be so tremendously goated. I can't even wait. When they add spears to the game, I'm switching out all of my flight duration 1 for flight duration 3, and I'm going to just, every single time there's a problem, me and my netherite spear are going to fucking punch a hole through the problem like Omni-Man flying through someone he doesn't like. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn into Kaladin Stormblessed from Stormlight Archives. If you don't know, Kaladin is a guy who fights with a spear from Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archives book, and he's probably my favorite character in the series. Yeah. I'm just gonna be zipping. Oh, he can also fly, thanks to a bond he made with a spirit. But yeah, I'm just gonna be zipping through the air, stabbing bitches in the face. And yep, as you can see, sometimes the item outflow exceeds what the hopper can handle. Oh no, you know what? I think the piglins are in perfect equilibrium. If there was even one more piglin, we would start getting item jams. Oh, actually no. Come to think of it, there are items on that block. I hope they're not in the process of despawning. But basically, we need the materials to build this setup, which is comparators, redstone dust, redstone repeaters, redstone torches, throughout our entire storage system, which is quite big. At the moment, we've... Hold on, what did... We did the math, right? Basically, there were 1,643 items in Minecraft. I did 1,800, and then I did... Hold on. Let me get a calculator. 1,800 divided by 24 is 75. So we need a length of approximately 75. But yeah, it's also I just accepted the message, Ronan. I accepted the request. Let's go. But yeah, I was gonna say we need well, assuming there's 1,643 items obtainable in survival Minecraft as of the current update. And let's assume we want to future-proof it by making 1,643 become 1,800, and then our farm, our storage system is basically one cell, two cells, two cells, one cell, and for a combination of 6, and there are 4 wings, only one of which has been built so far, we can arrive at the conclusion that we need it to be we need it to hold about 75 items per like flange. So I'm also gonna have to extend the storage system by quite a bit. But yeah, that's gonna be a while. Like let's oh my god, we're gonna have to mine so many fucking items. We're gonna have to mine so much stone. It's not even funny. Okay. No big deal. I'm gonna end stream soon. But yeah, let me just wait for these guys to finish their all of their trading. Okay. I'm wondering if I can get the items to go out to them at a higher rate. I don't think so. It's basically the same rate at which they pick them up. Okay. Yeah, I can't exactly speed the system up that much. Gravel. Nether brick. I missed the leather chest. Leather. Gonna be good if we need leather in the future. Boots. And we're getting a little bit of iron from the system, which is nice. Always nice. This is a farm that very inefficiently turns gold into iron. Oh, yeah, that's... It's like alchemy, but happening in reverse. God damn. Hooray. And then... all of the items will get picked up, I think. And yeah. Let's basically just go fill a... Well, you know what? No. We have the storage capacity here, and we will intuitively know that the gravel is here. Plus, we really don't have that much black dye. I guess we could farm it, but... I don't know. Maybe white dye would be the more economical solution, but... Okay, you know what? Let me get home. I'm going to hop off, and then... Oh, you know what? We don't need to make them all the same aesthetic. No, I'm afraid you can't. That's... It would be good if you could like powder coal or something. If you could take coal or like charcoal and put them in a stone cutter and get like powdered stone or like powdered charcoal, that would be good. Except I don't think you can do that. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I go out into the ocean, I spawn proof like a part of the ocean, and then I just make a squid farm. Which, well, okay, that's one option. The other option is I swim around doing that. Now, every squid that I kill will drop like a little bit of dye. God willing. They'll drop a little bit of dye. And we have enough for 40 blocks. So we just gotta keep doing that another... Let's see. Well, if my math is correct, that hole we dug is about 7,000 blocks. Assuming I'm not mistaken. Or assuming I remember everything correctly. So, 7,000 blocks, we need enough to cover the entire surface area of that. Which is going to be quite a lot of black dye. We could probably swim around and kill every squid in the ocean, and I doubt we'd have enough. Not that it wouldn't be fun. I remember Skydoes Minecraft would used to get really angry at squids, like irrationally angry. And when I was a kid, I thought that was funny. And now that I'm a grown man, I get to watch Skydoes Minecraft. Oh, I got to find out that Skydoes Minecraft would also get irrationally angry at his wife and beat the shit out of her. So, you know, you never meet your idols, man. Never meet your heroes. But on a slightly more happy note, shout out to Pat from Popular MMOs for getting clean. My goat. My absolute goat. 1 die per 8 blocks, so just under a Oh. Okay, right, I thought that was a skeleton trap. I forgot that I used a lightning rod to make the hilt of the sword. Jesus, this thing's getting hit by lightning a lot. Ow! Jesus, this thing's getting hit by lightning a lot. Ow, this thing's getting hit by lightning a lot. It's like that fucking... I don't know why. There's this one joke from Chowder that I really love. Even though it's like the dumbest joke ever. Basically what happens is someone offers Chowder something. It might be... someone was offering Chowder like food. And he was like, would you like something? And then Chowder's like, oh boy, would I? And then the person replies, would you? Would I? Would you? Would I? And then Chowder forgets what he was... what he was being asked if he wants. There's no reason for it to be that funny to me. It might have just found me at like a weak moment in my life when I thought like anything dumb as hell was funny. But that shit made me crack up. But yeah, we have the sand. Actually, you know what? I'm a dumbass. I didn't even bring back any gravel to test out how black concrete looks. And my shovel has fortune, so every gravel I mine becomes not gravel very quickly. Oi! What are you doing? Get off my property. Okay, so I can very quickly just do a little bit of a test by, I don't know, walking up to a patch of gravel, stealing it. Wait, what? Oh my god, this one has Fortune 3 on it too. Wondering if there's something wrong with my eyes. Maybe I'm just like, I have a very low perception stat. This one does not have Fortune 3. And then I'm gonna like start mining and realize that Fortune 3 has magically appeared on it somehow. I've just encountered like the positive version of Herobrine. Instead of doing things that mildly inconvenience people, he goes around doing things that, well, also this one also mildly would also inconvenience me. So, you know, I guess it's regular Herobrine, but he's on like vacation or something. I remember those like old Herobrine encounter videos. Another life, it seemed. Okay, but here's my caveat though. If I end up using black concrete, I'm going to want to make a galaxy floor, which is a obscene amount of work. I'm talking like it is genuinely obscene. I'll need to dig out the whole floor. I'll need to dig it like very deep, and then I will need to. Oh, okay, that's the main thing. It's like I'll need to make it like 17 blocks deep, and then in addition to that, I will. Actually, yeah, there is no in addition to that. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass to do. You know, it's not even that bad. It's, well, okay, no, digging like that whole area 17 blocks deep would probably make me kill myself. But I mean, it could be worse. Wait a sec. I should bring a block that my pickaxe cannot insta-mine. Let me just grab like wood, or you know what? Obsidian would be nice. Shame I didn't bring any back from the farm. That would have been helpful. Bamboo door cannot be insta-mined, I think. Oh, but then again, a bamboo door will also open when I activate it, so I'll just put down a bamboo plank. If I'm doing this on like an industrial scale, I'm probably gonna want like a TNT blast chamber, but for now this is okay. Okay. So okay. Oh, this is actually pretty pleasant. Not as much of a pain in the ass to do as I thought it would be. Now hear me out. I may see this and realize like, oh, it looks terrible. But in a similar vein, I may see it and realize, oh my god, this looks beautiful. I've never wanted to build with any palette as much as I've wanted to build with this. So, at which point, we're going to have to stop what we're doing with the storage system. We're going to have to make a squid farm. I'm going to have to make a massive block converter, which will potentially potentially feature like a TNT duping blast chamber. And we're gonna need a bunch more of everything, because so far we have done a lot. We've done a lot. But okay, hear me out also. I think the storage system should be at least like a couple of blocks deeper. Just because. Right? Like, okay, hear me out. So oh fucking hell. Okay, top level diagram. This is where the composters go. The reason we have so many composters is so that hoppers don't lag the dog fuck out of us. This is where the hopper chain goes. Okay? Below the hopper chain, there's one more block. This is a hopper. This hopper has a comparator looking into it. It goes 2 blocks out and down 1. There's redstone, 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 a redstone repeater, a torch, and that means that if we do this, our sorting system can only store 2 double chests of anything. Oh my god. Oh my god, and we want to store like 5 double chests of everything. Oh my god, we need to make this a full 3 blocks deeper, god help me. Okay, I have work tomorrow. I have work tomorrow because I'm a responsible working adult. Unfortunately. I'm a member of the Singaporean workforce, and I need money to eat. And I need money to live. And I can't just stay at home in a fantasy world playing Minecraft all day and talking to people from all over the globe and spending like 11 hours of my life on Twitch every day. So that means, well, first off, that means I need to go to bed soon. But that means that we have now added 1, 2, 3 more, height-wise, we've added 1, 2, 3 more levels. And we are going to have to place... Well, first off, we're going to have to mine a shitload. Second off, we're going to have to gather a shitload of black dye. Which, okay, hear me out. There's two ways we can get black dye. First off, wither roses. And you can get wither roses by having a wither kill things. Second way to get black dye... Oh, not a lot. I just looked at the space, realized that... Ow. Realized that to do what I wanted, to do the storage system I wanted, I would need to do composter, hopper, second hopper, comparator, redstone repeater, block, torch, and then I would only have 2 layers with which to build my storage system's chests, when in reality what I wanted was 5 layers. So I've realized that if I want to do this, I'm going to have to dig all of this out another 2 layers, which is kind of a pain in the ass. And then I realized that I also have work tomorrow, and it's currently 30 minutes to midnight, which is usually when I, you know, get a drink of water. Sometimes I eat like a little bowl of oats, take a melatonin gummy, and knock the fuck out. So, what that means is we have a lot more mining, and we also are going to need to get a... God help me. We're going to need to get our hands on a... I swear I knew the word for this. On like one method of farming black dye. So, our options are a wither rose farm, which is going to be basically we take an end gateway, we destroy it, then we fill it with wither, and then we use the wither to continuously kill things like enderman, so that we can get a bunch of wither roses. Alternatively, the other thing we could do is that we could create a squid farm. Now, honestly, if this was not hardcore, if this was an SMP, if I could die and say, hey, friend X, friend Y, I fucked up, can you please come help me? That I would probably opt for the wither rose farm, because the wither rose farm would outperform the squid ink farm. And also, the squid ink needs to be manually crafted by me into dyes. But this is hardcore. And I am realizing that in the interest of my own safety and my own personal well-being, it would probably make more sense for me to make a squid farm. Which is good, except for the fact that a squid farm kind of requires you to drain a significant amount of water out of the ocean. So, I need to decide on a squid farm design, which will probably come from a YouTube tutorial. I've only built one of my own farms in this, and that was the piglin farm, which turned out into the piglin bartering station, which turned into a disaster. It took me like 4 hours to do something that I should have been able to do in about 35 minutes if I locked in. So yeah, we have about 95% more of the project to do. And yeah, I'm going to sleep, and next time we're back for Hollowhardcore, we will probably be designing or gathering the materials for a squid ink farm. Namely sponge, because there are 2 monuments that we've completely destroyed, or completely raided, I think. And we only have about this much wet sponge. So, yeah, well, actually, we may have a little bit in the... No. Don't have that much in the furnace array. Okay, yeah, that's all the sponge we own. Wait a second, that can't be right. I remember us owning way more than that. Time right the fuck out. Did we put a bunch of wet sponge in here and then end up forgetting that we put the wet sponge in here? I don't think so. No, and all of these exits lead to the ocean. Well, most of these exits lead to the ocean. Some of them don't, but eh. Okay. Actually... No, we're not doing that. Okay. Yeah, I'm realizing that there's a lot more work to be done, and we're gonna need like a well, not a bajillion. Okay, well, let's do the math. Uh, hold on. Let's do some quick math. This is about a chunk. These are like less than, let's call this one chunk in total. Two chunks, three chunks. Oh, it goes right up to the wall. Nice. Four chunks, five chunks, six chunks, and some change. Seven chunks, eight chunks, nine chunks, 10 chunks, 11 chunks, 12 chunks, 13 chunks, 14 chunks, and we'll call that a little bit of change. Okay, so a chunk is 16 by 16. So, to get approximately, to a little bit of back of the envelope math, okay, let's say 16 chunks times open bracket, 16 times 16, that's the floor surface area, 16 by 16. And then we multiply that by 2, because we're doing floor plus ceiling. And then, in addition to that, we are going to add, how much is this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's fuck it. Let's assume that on average, each chunk is bordered by 2 sides. So open bracket, we need to do plus open bracket, 5. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be taller. It's gonna be like 8 blocks tall. Plus open bracket 8 times. Okay, 1 times 16 chunks times 16 in length. Okay, times 16 times 16, close bracket. 10,240. Based on a little bit of pure back of the envelope math, to cover this whole surface area, we are going to require about 10,240 concrete, which is 10,240 divided by 8 is equal to 1,280. We need about 1,280 ink, which is about half a shulker box. So I'm just going to take a pen and I'm going to write a message that says Hollowhardcore dash make squid farm. And then the answer to that joke is make squid farm? Make squid farm what? Elfie moment, Elfie moment. Low res avatar meme. Ooh, you know what? I don't think we've given it enough credit for living up to our expectations, but the combination of chiseled copper, shelf, and copper trapdoors, weathered copper trapdoors, plus blue flames to make the look of a smokestack that is giving off oxidized fire. This actually cooks. This actually slaps. Anyways, I'm going to sleep, and while I'm asleep, I'm going to be dreaming of squid farms. Rowdy Ronin, thank you for joining me for most of this stream. Feel free to drop a follow, and I will hopefully see you again next time I'm live.